Alrighty, everything is working. Hello, and welcome. Alrighty, so for today, I'm continuing to work on this chibi painting. I know, still working on it. There's a lot of details in here. But I'm happy with the details. So here I have finished. You'll probably notice I finished Wild. Actually, almost. I realized last night I was working and I cleaned up and I realized that I totally forgot the spikes on his bracelet, so I'll add in that. But otherwise, Wild's pretty much done. And then now I have Taro here, which I also almost completed. Gonna add a couple of things, but I'm gonna let him dry, and then I'll add on more details on the third layer. But both these characters right here are like 99% done, so I'm really excited. But for today, I'm going to move on to Torque here, and who has been the most difficult for me to draw out of all the chibis. Just Torque did not want to turn into a chibi. I don't even want to think about how many times I redrew him to make him look like him. Finally happy with how he finally looks like himself. Finally. Like all the other times I was like, he looks like himself. I was like, I'm kind of being just nice to myself. And I'm like, it doesn't really look like him. Now finally he does. So I'm just gonna work on the details of him, see how far I can go. It seems like in these sessions all I can do is like just either the body or the head, and then that's it. Well, we'll see how far I can go. But yeah. So I'm just going move it along here. I think I want, what do I want to start with? Let's see. I think I want to, you know what? I'm gonna start with his hair. It doesn't look like actually his face needs a second layer. Yes. I think that was because it technically already has a second layer on it. If you guys remember, I had to repaint him like twice. So I think he's good. He just needs outlines. Gonna get to that. And it's Win and Evo Leia. Hi Win, hi Evo Leia. How are you two doing? Wait, let me move my mouse. I know, right? I just don't have to worry about that. Thank you, Penguin. Thank you for the bits. You are so awesome. Aw, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, Penguin. And hello, Penguin. Welcome. Good. Glad you're doing good, Evo Leia. I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm just, chugging along on this painting here. I finished up some ears. Those are ready for the next show. I'm gonna just try to focus on some painting and other cosplays before I go back into ears. Aww. I'm sorry, Win. I'm sorry you weren't feeling good. That sucks. Aw, but I'm glad you're doing better now, Win. Yeah, sending you good vibes. Sending you all good vibes. Hi, Penguin. Thank you, Penguin. Yeah, the horns are a lot of fun to make. I made those for I've been making horns, and I made a whole new batch for Fan Fusion. Still have a couple of horns left. And I want to make some more once it gets cooler, because people really like the horns, which makes me happy because I like making them. Hey, I see that it's okay. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name again. Is it Vasti is Grava? I think I just nicknamed you Vassy last time. But hello! Welcome! Yeah, yeah, and you know, I actually, maybe one of these days I can paint some more horns. Because, um, I was, sorry, I started doing two things and then I was like, lost my train of thought. um, I could paint some horns for sure on stream because I think I have a couple that are primed and ready to go. Just I haven't done anything with them yet. So maybe I could do that. I know that I have all the past like VODs where I was painting horns, even making the horns on my YouTube. And I go under the same name, Bean of the Fairy. No worry, no pressure to go to YouTube and look at those past VODs, but if you're curious, they are there. And it looks like I need some more raw umber. I realized that I'm running low on some colors and I'm kicking myself for not picking up the correct colors. I went to the art supply store not too long ago. I told you all that story where I magically found a gift card to an art supply store, and I was like, yay! Super happy. While I was there, I should have picked up all the paint colors that I needed, and I didn't. I'm like, damn it. I always end up doing that to myself. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get everything that I need. And then I always like forget something. Like, look, this is all I thought I had more back stock of burnt sienna, and this is all I have left. Still looks like a lot. Not really, especially that I do a lot of like people in flesh tones, and this is like one of my favorite browns to work with. So, and I use it in a lot of stuff. Hey, I see Mr. Hangman is here. Hi, Mr. Hangman. How you doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah. I'm excited for you too, and I just put both of those brown mouse ears aside for you, and you can try them out. Next time when I see you, and you can try both on and see which one you like better. Because I'm not too worried about it. Like, yeah, take your time. You're all good. Just meh, Mr. Hangman. Just meh. I'm sorry you had to put your, wait, what is it? Hold on. I almost read it, I quick read it as your main big project on hold, but then now I hear character and I'm like, wait, I think I misread something. Let me. Oh, wait, there's two messages. That's how my brain works. There's two messages. I had to put my big project on pause. I'm sorry, Mr. Hangman. That sucks. You have to put your project on hold. Because my friend who's going to do. Aww. I'm sorry. Oh, that always sucks when, like, you're supposed to do something with a friend and they end up not being able to do it right now. Because life. Because there's a thing called life that happens. I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, that's why, like, group collabs are so. It's so difficult to do. Like, you want to do a bunch of things with your friends, but sometimes it's like hard to like get everyone together. You're like, oh guys, let's work on this, and everyone wants to because everyone's heart's there. But just it takes you know, life sometimes gets in the way. Well, hopefully, Mr. Hangman, your project isn't put on hold for too long, and hopefully you can get back to work on things. Hopefully. Fingers crossed for you that the wait is not too long. I know it always sucks when you have to put a project on hold, especially when the inspiration is like at peak. Because that's the best part to work on a project is when your inspiration's at that like peak moment where you're just like obsessed with it, and I don't know, it feels like good, and it's like you want to work on stuff while that peak is there. Otherwise, it just, I don't know. Sometimes that inspiration sticks around, sometimes you lose it. Gosh, and it sucks when you lose it. I know I've had that where I have to like finish, like I'll put a project on hold, and then when I have time to go back to it, I have like no like inspiration to get back and work on it, and like all my passion's gone. I'm like, damn it. So I always like try to work on projects that I know that the passion will last. I know it's way easier said than done, and sometimes it's unpredictable about which projects those will be. That's awesome, Win. That'll be fun. Full Sabo. That'll be fun. Sabo will be good this year. It'll be a fun con. It's okay. I'm gonna refuse on animation. Okay, well, you know what, Mr. Hangman? At least you got something else to work on, and that's good. That's good. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's the good thing about working on multiple projects at once is, yes, sometimes it can be overwhelming. And I don't always recommend doing that because that's what I do and I drive myself crazy. But in circumstances like yours, you have to put one project on hold. So you're like, hey, you know what? I have another project to work on, and which is very nice. Then you're not just sitting there doing nothing and you're like, what do I do with my time? So I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Hangman, with your other projects. Oh, that's awesome. And I see Bagelmeister is here. Hi, Bagelmeister. How you doing? It's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Just mixing up some paint here. Working on this chibi project. I know, like always. That seems like the thing. Like always, when am I not working on this one? When will it end? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hangman. You know what though? Animation takes time. So don't beat yourself up too bad. I know sometimes I do that where I don't think a project's gonna take me as long as it does. That's actually all the time. I did not think this project was gonna take as long as it has. But here we are. Here we are, and I'm just, you know, but you know, anything handmade or hand done, it all takes time. And that's okay. Yeah, I always think I'm gonna get something done like super fast, and I'll be like, this won't take me that long. I'll be quick. And then it takes me like a really long time to finish. Or I will catch myself doing like smaller projects before the bigger project. Like I'll be like, oh, I'll do this little project, and then I'll get to the big one. But then it's like little one after little one, and then the big project never gets done. I'm just adding spikes to Wild's cuffs because I forgot about them last night as I was finishing up his details on his boots. I was actually like shocked last night when I worked on this. I moved very quickly with Taro. I just kind of, I don't know what happened. I just got into a rhythm, and all of a sudden I look back and I'm like, did I finish that? Like, that did not take me 4 hours to do. I don't know. I guess I locked in. I don't know. No, I decided to paint bagel. I didn't think. I mean, for anyone who didn't look at my Instagram story, I'm working on fixing this headset right now. It's not my headset. It's like helping I'm helping out Nacho. Um, fixing this Diva headset, and it needs to be like all the leather. The pleather is like cracked in like peeling apart. So these little foam pieces where your ears rest, I need to like reupholster. I know they look gross. It's just glue. It's not gross. But I have all like these pleather pieces that were actually scraps from Becca. They came from failed costume pieces of Rebecca. So, yay, save your scraps. Because it ended up being free fabric for me. But I didn't think that the sewing was going to be that entertaining. And anyway, I was like, I want to focus more on this piece and actually get it done. So, yeah. True, Evil Leia, true. It's crazy how much time things take. I know. I know, right, Lynn? Same with the stained glass. Think it's not going to take that much time. It takes a lot of time. You all understand. I feel like any artist who hand makes things understands. Like, how much time things take. Especially me. I'm like, oh, I can do this in time. Oh, and I'm super happy. So the last piece of my casual somber came in, and today I was supposed to do a mini photo shoot, but I had like zero motivation to do so. So tomorrow will be pictures. I will take pictures of Sombra and edit. um, but just I don't know. I was like, I don't feel like getting out the light bar and doing that. I know, lazy, right? But you know what? I started working on the headset for Nacho, so that's okay. Still productive, just different things. Yes, I feel for you, Win. I know that's how I feel with the foam smithing. I want to do like a big foam project when it's cooler out too. Not just horns that I was talking about, but I actually want to do like a cosplay. Oh, and it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Evo Leia, trust me, it's just glue. I swear. The green foam that now has turned yellow is truly just glue because it's kind of sticky, and it was like, I mean, this was the old upholstery. It's completely like the pleather is completely breaking down. So, um, that was supposed to be glued uh to the headset. So that's what our desert heat will do to anything electronic. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Oh yeah, Isaac. All right. So you versus Diva playing a video game. Who would win? And what would the winner get? What would the winner receive in this epic video game battle? Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Isaac. Yes, and now just outlining. And there we go. Yeah, I was at first having like a hard time with the shape of Torque's spiky hair. Because for these characters, you can't just draw spikes for their hair. There's certain direction and the amount of spikes, and there's a lot more to spiky hair than people realize. Or even I realized until I started. I'm like, he just has spiky hair. I'll just keep going. And then I'm like, why does he not look like himself? And I started rearranging kind of the way that I put the spikes. And then I discovered, oh, they can only go in a certain way. And there's a certain shape. I went back and watched the first Acceleracers movie, Ignition, and was like specifically looking at how his hair is shaped. I have found that Ignition, so that's the first movie, and then Breaking Point, which is the third movie, have like the best reference photos for the characters. I don't know why those two specific ones. You would think all of them would have like good references, but I found that those are my two go-tos if I need anything. Any sort of reference picture, I'm like, nope, it's either Ignition or Breaking Point. Okay. Add it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm just super excited to just continue working on this one, get it done. Oh, there we go. I don't know how well I can pick up on there, but I'm just like right now I'm like using a mixture of black, raw umber, or not raw umber, sorry, burnt umber, and burnt sienna to make these outlines, and black too. There's a little bit of ivory black in here as well. There we go. See, it's coming along. Actually, Torque might not take as long as some of the other characters. I know I keep saying that about like everyone else. But just because I don't have to do, since I already painted him once and then I painted him again, it's mostly just outlines at this point. Oh, Ivy black? No, Ivory black. I know, right? Just black like Ivy's fur. It's like a mixed color in the oil tube. It's like Oreo. Could you imagine if they had oil paint like that? Where in the tube, it's kind of like two colors mixed, but not fully mixed together. It's just two different colors in there. So when you squirt it out, it's like toothpaste. I feel like that would be some crazy paint to work with. I don't know what the point of it would be, except looking pretty and probably going viral on the internet. Oh, that's okay, Isaac. No worries. Hey, you know what? I'm not the spelling master either, so you're totally fine. I'm not the greatest either. But sometimes I don't like how like autocorrect assumes you're saying the wrong word or you spell something correctly and then it changes it. I'm like, no, I meant that word that I had before. Or it's just not in tune at all what you're trying to say, and I'm like, gosh, how do I spell this word? Yep, that's me. All the time. That's why it takes me so long to text anything. Ooh, alright. What's your ice cream idea, Win? I want to know. What idea do you got for ice cream? Tortellini ice cream. Well, tortellini is clove because she's a torty and she's a noodle, so she's tortellini. Um, Ivy is not a noodle. Well, she can be. She's just a spaz. No, Ivy, her nickname is Cookie. Because I don't know if any of you are familiar with the book Cookies Week. It's a kid's picture book. And it basically goes through every day of the week. And it's like Monday, Cookie went into the flower pot and dirt got everywhere. And like another one is on Monday, Cookie got into the laundry basket and clothing got everywhere. It's like one of those books. And I used to love, love, love that book as a kid. And the cookie in the book is a tuxedo cat. And oh my gosh, it is such a funny little book, but it's totally Ivy getting to absolutely everything. I know, right? Right. Evolea, I like every time I have like a text, I reread it like 3 times over to make sure I haven't misspelled anything. And you know what? Most of the time, I still misspelled something. Like as soon as I send it, I notice a word that I misspelled. Like, damn it! I thought I caught myself, but I guess I didn't. I know, right? That should be a book. If you give a berry a cookie, she'll get distracted. Gosh, I used to like those books too as a kid. If you give a mouse a cookie. And I also had several in that series, like If you give a pig some pancakes. Or if you give a moose a muffin. And if you give a cat some mittens. That's also an Oreo cat, by the way. Or a tuxedo cat. I'm trying to think. And then there's like, if you take a mouse to the movies, which is a Christmas one. I read quite a bit of books as a kid. No, lots of books. There we go. All right. There's Torque. Yee. Some Twinkies. You know what's crazy? Well, thank you, Isaac. First off, thank you, Isaac, for the Twinkies. I appreciate ya. But you know what's funny is and no one hate me for this, but I'm really not the biggest fan of Twinkies. No. I don't know. I think they're just too sweet for me. I know. I'm the crazy one here. But, I don't know. Oh, but Isaac, you probably already know this, Isaac. But I thought of you the other day. Did you hear that Oreo came out with different flavors? They came out with like banana flavor and like chicken waffle flavor. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like something that Isaac would very much like. I know, you probably have already heard of it. I was like, okay, I can see Oreo's doing a banana flavor, but chicken and waffle flavor, that sounds weird. I don't know if I would want to try that one. I'm a little scared to try that one. I don't know if I want the cookies to be tasting like chicken and waffles. You already heard about it? I figured, Isaac. It's like, you're probably already on top of all that. You're like, I know. I keep up on all that stuff. You like ding dongs? When you said that you like, when you said I'm more of a ding dong person, I thought you meant like the slang of someone that's kind of airheaded at first, Win. And I was like, okay, all right, Win. I'll be like, I'm a ding dong too, Win. It's all right. And then you realized you were talking about the cakes, and I was like, oh. Gotcha. So you'll only eat a Twinkie if they're there, if they're sat in front of you. I wonder how hard it'd be to make your own Twinkies. Like bake your own cake and get it like a really light, airy cake and then like pipe icing in there. Kind of like a jelly filled donut. I mean, I'm sure people have made homemade Twinkies, but I wonder if those would. I think those in my head sound really good. Because the concept, I don't think it sounds good. I think it's just too sweet. I know, I'm a weirdo. What kind of fairy am I to say that there's too much sugar? Fairies are supposed to be beings where there's never enough sugar, but not for me. Twinkies taste better when it's cold. Huh. I've never thought about putting Twinkies in the fridge or freezer. Well, I guess I just don't eat them, so of course I haven't thought of that, but that's interesting. Huh. I'm more of a ding dong person. Me too. Oh. You're hiding the Twinkies, Isaac? Okay. Good luck hiding them. Oh yeah, I think Mr. Hangman, I was gonna answer your question, but then I see that Win already answered it. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like another form of like a cake, kind of similar Twinkies but different. It's a yeah, it's like another cake. I do have a sugar limit. I don't know. I'm someone that like I don't know. I can't eat a whole lot of sweet. Like I'll have a little bit of something, but really not much. You know the Debbie zebra cakes. I've never had those. Nope, never had them. I don't know. I guess also too, I don't eat like a whole lot of like super processed foods just because most of them make me feel very sick. I don't know. And I'm also someone who's like really like, I don't know, very picky when it comes to my sweets. Hmm. Mr. Hangman, let's come up with a story. I don't know. What kind of story do you want to write? Like, do you want something fantasy? Do you want something sci-fi? Do you want something horror? Like, what you feeling? Because I feel like if you pick a world, then you can like kind of build around that and do like a simple story. Or what do you like animating? Like, do you like more people? Do you like animals? Um, so you could even do like a simple little story about like a house cat or something, you know? Sleeping out a window and then there's like birds that fly by. Something super easy like that. You need simple story ideas. All right, everyone. We're going to think of a simple story for Mr. Hangman. Hey, it's Leah Dovis. Hi, Leah Dovis. How you doing? Nice, nice. Gonna apply some makeup. That's super exciting. Makeup's fun. What kind of makeup are you doing, Leodovis? Okay. So no sci-fi, nothing fictional, so something more real worldy. Got you. I need something modern, contemporary, simple, like slice of life thing. Alright, alright. Um, let's see. I can usually come up with something. Hmm. Let's see. I don't. Do you, Mr. Hangman? Do you like animals? Because like I just had like a vision in my head of like a like just a house cat going into the garden and like peering through the grass and like looking at all the birds and then the chasing mice and stuff, and then the cat's like done with that and goes inside and falls asleep on like they have like a little windowsill or something. Or do you want more like people? Maybe the cat has other kitties in the neighborhood, goes and interacts with. This cat has friends. I don't know if I'm coming up with good ideas. See, that's what I usually do when I'm like trying to come up with a concept. I just throw out like a ton of ideas and then see which one sticks and which one like I like that, and then you build on it and build on it. And it's okay, Mr. Hangman, if you hate my idea and you're like, I don't want to animate a cat playing and thinking that it's some big monster in its own garden. I don't want that. Then that's okay. You're not offending me. I'll be like, okay, let's move on then. Let's see. Hey, if you haven't animated any animals, maybe this is your time to experiment. Maybe. Or what would be cool? Like aquatic things, but that might be hard actually. Now that I think of it, even though aquatic is real. Ooh, okay, I like this. The man buys typewriter, and the typewriter is evil. Or what if the typewriter isn't evil? What if like whatever he starts typing actually starts coming to life? Like what if this guy's an author and he starts like typing a story, and then like I don't know, like he starts writing about a car crash, and then all of a sudden he hears a loud bang outside and he goes and looks out his window in busy streets and like there's a car crash or something. I don't know what's your limit, by the way, of animation. I'm spitting out ideas. Hey, you know, that's what I actually always do is I always end up dreaming really big, and then I'm like, okay, like sky's the limit, and then I'm like, okay, that's not where my level is. Here's where my level is, and then I kind of drag myself down a little bit. I know that sounded terrible, but I dream big, and then I go, okay, that's not possible, but what from my big dream is possible? And then I kind of like start taking it back to the ground and like being like, okay, I don't like that, but I like this, and take little things. So that's my intention. If you're like, that's too much, then it's all right. I always go big first and then shrink. I know it's a weird. It's a weird process. It's a process that not everyone does, especially in writing or in art. Like ink art, I have no idea what ink art is. I have no idea. Or yeah, or what if you added in your like, since you don't do a whole lot of animals, what if this writer with the type, this author with the typewriter, like he's writing about animals or something like that? Like, what if he's some explorer and he's like writing about like new, I don't know. Now I think I'm getting too way off topic. Erase what I said. No, I like that the typewriter kind of comes to life. I like that idea. Or what if this author starts writing on the typewriter and then he goes to bed And then when he wakes up in the morning, the typewriter has already like finished his book, and there's like a whole stack of Pipers like right next to him. And the guy's like, "Oh my gosh." He's like, but then he finds out that like it doesn't stop. Like the typewriter just does not stop with like stories, and the author gets like super overwhelmed and everything. Like all of a sudden papers are flying. Very much like I'm envisioning, Fantasia, where Mickey Mouse, like, I think it's called Sorcerer's Apprentice, and he, like, takes the broomsticks and the broom just keeps, like, watering, and they won't stop, and soon, like, the whole castle, like, a sorcerer's castle floods. Kind of like that, but with your typewriter. And suddenly there's, like, papers flying everywhere and stuff. Oh, really? And drawing came to life thing, I guess. I didn't know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? You wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? I read that right? Yeah, you did. I know it happened in SpongeBob with Doodle Bob. Now Doodle Bob's an internet meme. What a that was a creepy episode. I remember as a kid being kind of like freaked out by Doodle Bob. Not scared, but just like, whoa, what a freaky looking character. Ooh. Wait a minute. I like that train idea, Mr. Hangman, where a guy takes a train across country just to give someone's purse back to them. I like Wait, no, that's cute. That's really, really cute. Do the train one. I like that. Like someone leaves their purse like on the like bench or something like that of waiting for the train, and then the guy notices and he ends up like trying to track down that person to give it back to them. Wait, I like that. I like wholesome stories like that. That sounds cute. Do it. Hey, it's Rayblade. Hi, Rayblade. How you doing? Yeah, I'm glad that you're here to catch the stream, Rayblade. Right? It's Blade. Yes, it is. Okay. Rayblade, sometimes I mispronounce things or misread things, so you're warning. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm working on the Acceleracer painting. Yeah. Which has been a lot more work than I would have thought. That is true. That is very true, Mr. Hangman. That yeah, you technically the environments uh to make for this story of the train would be like it wouldn't be super complicated. It would just be the train. Like yeah, maybe like two cars and maybe the like train station, maybe if wherever that person left their purse, your choice. I like the wholesome story. Do that one. Hold on, Ray. I saw you put something. Ah, Ray for short. All right, Ray sounds good. Well, welcome, Ray. No, I'm not sure what metal family is. When interesting. Oh, it's an old. Oh, it's in the comic series. Gotcha. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Learn something new. Ah. Well, welcome, Rayblade. Gotcha. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so here I'm always just working on something new. Never quite know what to expect. I'm always painting something or working on cosplays. Yep. Typically very detailed cosplays on here. So all of a sudden I'll be like, look, I made so much progress. And it's like I painted a line. You know, Isaac, I think so. I fully, truly believe in the multiverse. Um, I 100% believe that. Especially that, like, you think of how many choices you make in your life and how much those choices could have changed things. And I always think of, wow, in a multiverse, I feel like if I did this instead of this, my whole life would be different. And I'm like, what if that actually exists? I don't know. I believe in it. I know that there's theories, very plausible theories out there, especially like with the vastness of space and all that. So I believe. And I just realized I made a mistake with Torque. So he has these armbands. He also has them up here too. And I totally missed that until just now. Not a big mistake. I can easily add that, no problem. But I was just like, derpity derp 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 derp. Yes. So, Ray, to answer your question, also too, I just noticed you have a Borderlands. Is that Borderlands, the little symbol by your name? That is awesome. Anywho, love Borderlands. I actually just recently got into it, but anywho, I won't get away from the Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. Yes. So, I grew up watching all the Hot Wheels with my brother, and it was something that me and him could like agree on watching together. My brother and I, growing up, we really got along a lot. We played together, did a lot of things. We didn't have a sibling rivalry like how a lot of other siblings have. Still to this day, we're like super close. And we would one of the like he didn't always like the movies I liked, but something that we could agree on was our love for Acceleracers and World Race. So we often watch these movies together, and he had all the little Hot Wheels cars, and we would play and make race car tracks together. And as a kid, I loved little like plastic animals. So the little animals will be with the cars and stuff. And I noticed that you said episodes. So growing up, we had two of the episodes. We had all the movies, um, and the little shorts that came with the cars that were just like, we had the Swamp Realm one, which is just a repeat of from the first movie. And then I want to say we had caves. I think we had the Cave Realm. Or was it the Ice Realm? We didn't have ruins. I know that for a fact. But we had either case. I would have to relook, but we either have cave or I don't think we had lava realm either. So it's between those. Um I know everyone who hasn't seen Acceleracers is probably like, oh, what the flip flop are you talking about? But yeah, what about you, Ray? Did you also, I'm gonna guess you also grew up watching Acceleracers. That's cool when you also believe in the multiverse. Heck yeah. You know what's weird, Win? Okay, I'm glad you said that you believe in the fictional characters are somewhere else, but they're slightly different. Like, I'm glad I'm not crazy because I kind of believe that too. That all ideas and that kind of stuff aren't. I know I'm gonna get really weird, but I believe that they're not 100% fiction. That they exist somewhere, but they're not what they we think they are. It's almost kind of like trying to remember a dream, and why some people really connect with things is because it does lift in exist in another life form, but not what we think it is, and what we think is here. It's like, but it's other universes, past lives, that kind of stuff. So I'm not crazy. I'm doing a terrible job explaining this theory that I have, and I almost am scared of fully explaining it because I don't want everyone to think I'm crazy. But that's why I also believe, like, you know how like sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, this character really speaks to me and stuff, and it's like, well, what if you had a past life that was super similar to that story, and that's why you connect with it so well. And then like other things, because like there'll be popular movies or popular shows where people are like, oh my gosh, that speaks to me, but it doesn't speak to me. Or I'll see the show and I'm like, oh, why is this so popular? I don't understand it. Everyone else is like raving about how good it is. And I'm like, no. So my theory is that those people came from a very similar-ish universe in a past life. Something of that essence. And all of our ideas and everything just like come from some other source, and everything is interlinked with each other. I don't know. I'm probably crazy. You probably all are hearing this and you're like, who is this crazy girl just painting chibis? What is she talking about? Fictional characters could take on a real life form in some other dimension? What are you talking about? No. But why not? Oh yeah, Isaac. You know what? It would be very cool to travel to other universes and other dimensions. Borderlands 4 Bridge. I was right. Yes, he. Yes. Hey, good noticing that. Ray Blade. Um. Yes, Torque has a tattoo here. I haven't added it in yet. Um. That I'm planning on it. So something with oil painting is, rather than sketching this, you see how tiny these details are? Rather than sketching out his tattoo and having like this shoulder paint around it, I'm just gonna do it on top. So like one color. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about his tattoo. His tattoo will be right here. I forgot about the armbands though. Not here, but here. I'm looking at a picture of him. I'm like, oh wait, he only has the armbands on one side. See, this is what's fun about doing fan art is you start noticing things about characters you've never noticed before. So he has the armbands up here, but only on this side. That's funny. Anywho. Aw, that's sweet, Ray. That you and your grandpa would collect Hot Wheels together. That's so cute. Aw, he got you, and he got you Highway 35. Aw. Aww. I love that, right? And yeah, isn't it crazy how much Vert actually has? Like, his character arc is wild. So for anyone who's um doesn't know who we're talking about this surfer boy right here, Vert Wheeler. And to kind of catch up everyone to speed. So Vert at first he actually goes on the same character arc twice. He goes once the same one where he's like kind of this cocky teenager that just like pops up and he's like, "Oh, I'm the best driver in the world and everything," and he doesn't want to be a team player and all that. And then as the story progresses, he learns about how much teamwork really what it can do and what it means, and winning isn't necessarily everything, and he actually like he's humbled by the experience, and he ends up actually helping someone else out in the end. I won't give it away what exactly happens because go watch it. It is actually a really sweet moment where he helps out not even someone on his team, but someone else. He's talking to all the drivers, and one of the drivers' other stories really like, touches his heart, and he ends up um helping that driver out. And so it's no, he actually has a couple of moments like that where he like a couple of people. But and then also too in Acceleracers, he kind of has the same thing. His ego kind of gets crushed. He thinks he's this great driver and he starts off not so great. Everyone's kind of but no one judges him for it. No one like it's all his inner self-talk of him being like I thought I was better than this and all that, and ends up quitting and he comes back. No, I like, and I think it's so true. I like Bert's character arc a lot, and I like that you point that out because that is a good one. All right, Wayne, I'm glad you don't think I'm totally like crazy, crazy. That's so awesome. Aw. I love, Ray, that this has been like also a series that really connects you and your grandpa together. That's really awesome. Yes, yes. Okay, yeah. One of my favorite quotes in those movies, wisdom is like a circle. Whatever you receive, you must give back. Yes. Actually, you know what's funny, Ray, is that several years ago I posted an image. I made a little wheel of power, a 3D printed wheel of power, and I posted it and I used that quote in my Instagram post. It's still on my Instagram. You're gonna have to scroll all the way down. I think it was like from like 7 years ago or something. Don't go through the pain of scrolling down that far if you don't want to. Um, but I do love that quote. Yes, Mr. Hangman, we're talking about cars. That we are. Yep, Hot Wheels, as in cars. Hot Wheels made a series. They've made multiple series, but nothing as good as Acceleracers. Why? Because it's actually thought out. And it's not too little kid like. It's kind of funny because you can see in a lot of the action like sequences in this series how much inspiration was taken from Fast and Furious, the first Fast and Furious movie. Um and if you don't believe me, go watch the first Fast and Furious movie and then go watch the first Acceleracers, and you kind of see them side by side, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's some like copy paste in there. It's really funny in the specifically in the racing scenes. No, this is also something that I love about nostalgia is that things like this or anything that is nostalgic, it always has such a like a deep meaning to someone and like such a deep rooted like feeling, and I love that. And that's why I also want to like keep making art that brings back that feeling and nostalgia for people. Because there's a different kind of joy when you make your inner child happy. That is a special joy. You know what's funny, Ray, is I um never knew that Burt Wheeler's dad actually had a name. I always called him Major Wheeler. I didn't realize that it's Jack Wheeler. I don't know. I always called him Major. And I thought that in this world that was his name. His name was Major. So this little like silencer down here. Oh shit. I'm giving away more spoilers. Doesn't really matter. I don't know. But I'm gonna go show you Major right over here. Yeah. I know that I just gave away the biggest freaking spoiler of the whole series, but you know what? Whatever. It's fine. I don't know. Can you really say no spoilers to something that is now 21 years old? I don't know. I know, isn't that freaky? It's already 21 years old. Yeah, you know what, Lynn? I've never thought of Major like that before, but he kind of does. I kind of see where you're coming from. That's kind of funny. You see? Okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like Acceleracers is kind of the kid version of Fast and Furious. Except I do like the level of fantasy in Acceleracers of like going to like a multi-dimensional world, and you know, talking about aliens and all that. And also too, I am someone, I like aliens a lot. Like anything about aliens, you pretty much got me sold. Like got aliens in it. It's about aliens. Yeah, I'll do that. That's something about this painting that I wish I added. I wish I added an acceleron. And I don't know why I didn't. Also, too, there's not a whole lot of room. I will be honest, I don't even know how I would squish the acceleron in here. Um, that might have to be its own separate painting. Just a lonely chibi Acceleron, all by his lonesome. He's just been waiting on the other side of that portal for someone to find him. Oh, you're talking about Nolo. That's Nolo right here. Yep. And then his brother's Tone. Yeah, also Nolo's character arc and how he relates to Torque is pretty like crazy too. They both have a crazy character arc, and then same with Kurt and Marky. And also keep in mind when watching this, it's like this was a series meant to promote toy sales. And instead they actually ended up making like a really complicated story. Alrighty, Mr. Hangman. Good luck with your short story. Hope it goes well. And yeah, I like your little train idea. You should do that. That's cute. Alright, see you later, Mr. Hangman. Yeah, I'd say do the train one. I think that I like your little train story you just made up. It's good. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, I agree, Ray. Yeah, that's something else that I have been asked since I did add Kadeem. So Kadeem is added in here. He's right here. I did debate. I'm like, do I do human Kadeem or do I do robo Kadeem? And then I'm like, I think I'll just do drone Kadeem in a separate painting, just like the Acceleron. Oh, yeah, I think Bionicle. Gosh, I remember Bionicles. Yeah, Bionicles 2 was like a crazy universe. Like it was so cool, the story and everything, and I remember reading the books too in school. And it was all the stories were so good. They were so good. Yeah, I like the legends and the lore, and that was another one too that was actually like really successful. And then Lego just like dropped it, and I remember everyone was like, "What the heck? Like, why was Bionicles? Why was it dropped? What's going on?" I still have a couple of my Bionicles. Maybe I should do Bionicle art. Oh man, that would take me forever. All those details and everything. Maybe I shouldn't. Hey, but that's fan art I've never seen before. I know it exists out there, but I've never seen it. Yeah, it's because Lego Hero Factory was not gritty like Bionicles was. Like Bionicles felt so cool in the TV series and everything. We had one of the movies on DVD, The Mask of Light. I think that's the name of it. Or it was like Light Mask. No, I think it was called The Mask of Light. We had that one. We have that one still on DVD. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Yup. Should rewatch that. Probably been it's probably been 20 years since I watched that movie. Now I want to. I have not thought of that movie in a long time. I remember them playing it on Cartoon Network here and there. Ooh, that might be a good idea. Because I want to do more nostalgic fan art eventually, and I'm trying to think of what to do. And I definitely want to create some Atlantis art, Atlantis, I think it's Lost Empire. It's the Disney movie. Oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. I want to make all those characters into chibis, which will probably take another 60 plus hours, just like this glorious painting right here. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared, but I also have some like other ideas, like paintings of like Milo and Kita that I really want to do. Um, so I might start off with those. I want to do like Totally Spies. I started rewatching Totally Spies, which is on YouTube, by the way. Um, I started rewatching that, and okay, it is a ridiculous, over the top cartoon, but I have to say, I love their level of commitment to the world. Um, and just the commitment in the jokes to everything. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I grew up watching like Totally Spies. And I kind of want to do some Totally Spy art too. I know. I also really want to do a Clover cosplay really bad. I have her suit. I do. I have it. I need to get a short blonde wig. I do have a short blonde wig, but that's for my ears and my like I'm not gonna style that one, and I want to style it like hers too. I don't want just a short blonde wig. Like I actually want to make it look like puffy with the like swoops and everything. but Bionicle might just have to be added to that list now. More nostalgia art to work on. But the pieces were out of service. What you talking about, Win? Did I miss a message? Pieces? Oh, you're talking about the Bionicles. Yeah, sad. Oh, I already own it. I already own Highway 35 on DVD. Yup. Hold on to your trinkets from when you were a kid. Oh my gosh. Mascolite is already 26 years old. Wow. Damn. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, wait, 2003, 26, hold on. Something about that math doesn't make right. 23rd. 23 years old. Really? Who did you miss? Maybe not so much a missed opportunity when maybe the voice actor will come back around. There we go. Now I'm going on to Twerks Fest, which I'm not gonna do all the designs. I'm just gonna make it suggestive, but he kind of has like, it looks like his vest is made out of a tire, which I think is interesting. So it has like tire tread, kind of texture, but I'm not gonna go super hardcore about it. There we go. All right. And you know what? I think I actually have some red for the t-shirt. I do, because I was using the red for Marky last night, finishing up like his t-shirt and that kind of stuff. There we go. Need a little bit more turpentine in that paint and not loose enough. Yeah, but besides the nostalgia kick for my art right now, I have Spider-Man Brand New Day has reawoken my like love for Spider-Man, and all I want to do right now is like create Spider-Man art. Oh my gosh. I want to like I have so many like Spider-Man painting ideas I want to do so bad. And I kind of want to do something Spider-Man next. So as you can see, I have many, many ideas. But yeah, I want to do Spider-Man next. That's what I kind of want to do. Like, I don't know. What do y'all think? Do some Spider-Man art? Kind of want to. Also, too, I like see a lot of people. Like, I know I'm not the only one where Brand New Day reawoke people's love for Spider-Man. I see it on social media and just out and about. Like when I went to go see Brand New Day, I wore my Spider-Man leggings, and I was every shop I went into, I got at least one person, if not two people, complimenting them, and they're like, "Oh man, did you see the new movie?" Like genuinely so excited, and then having a a little conversation about like Spider-Man and who's their favorite and which movie's their favorite and that kind of stuff. And I'm just like a light bulb went on my head, and I'm like, I think I need to make some Spider-Man fan art. Listen, I'll wear nerdy stuff out in public, but this is like the first time where I'm really like every place I'm going into, someone's complimenting my outfit. I'm like, there's some love there. So I want to definitely do that. I know, how interesting. Could you imagine trying to make a vest out of tires? It's so interesting. No, I really actually like the character design of all these characters a lot. I like how much detail there is. I feel like there's like a huge thought process between each one of them and their personalities. No, the creators of this series really like put a lot of time and energy into designing the characters, and I know everyone like gives a hard time to the animation. Honestly, guys, the animation's not that bad. I will say, from an outsider's perspective that has no idea what it is, the screenshots do make it look bad. But once you start watching, everything flows, everything has weight. Like, it just looks like animation that doesn't have texture on top. And if you can get that out of your mind and be like, oh, they just haven't put on, and I'm sure if they had more time and a better budget, they would have put those textures on top. But honestly, people I think are just too picky, especially nowadays. But no, I actually really like the character design of everyone. No, and I like that it's creative too. I like that it's like I don't know, I feel like every detail was thought through. I know. Kurt Wilde really did his brother dirty. He did. You know, I love the Spider-Verse win just as much. I think I like all Spider-Man, like whether it's Spider-Verse, whether it's the live action ones. Um Sorry, there's a lot of things going on my phone right now. Distracted me for 2 seconds. I really like. So, I mean, I would be, yes, I do. I don't know if I have any ideas for Spider Noir. I mean, I'm sure if I thought about it hard enough, I could come up with a concept because Spider Noir is really cool. Um, Spider-Verse things, honestly, like my first, like, I have so many ideas also for Gwen and for Miles, because I love both those characters so much. I have so many ideas for everyone. I have more ideas than there is time in a day to work on all of them. And then, of course, I have those obsessions right now. And I also have very niche obsessions. Like, this is not an old anime. This is actually kind of new. It's Genosha. I know I've talked about it before on here, and everyone's like, what is this anime you're talking about? I'm like, guys, it's like fancy Among Us. It's Among Us with more depth and really cool characters. And I have some like ideas for Genosha that I want to make too. And I'm like, but no one knows that anime. I just do. So, but I want to cosplay one of the characters from it, and I have an idea in my head that I don't know if it's a smart idea or not. But I kind of want to follow my idea. So for Uwu-kan, I have decided that I really want to cosplay Momo from Dandadan, because I like Dandadan a lot, and she looks like a very easy character to cosplay. I don't know how my vision is gonna be with the bangs though, but I'll be fine. Heck, if I can work as Jinx, where I have no peripheral vision on my right side, on my left side. Wait, her bangs are. Now my brain did a weird thing. I have no peripheral vision on my right side. If I can work and run a booth like that, then I think I can handle Momo's bangs. But yeah, I'm like for Ukan, I that's gonna be for sure, like easy peasy, because I already have a lot of things for Momo. But I kind of want to make a Yuri cosplay from Genosha, but they're gonna be very complicated because my sewing skills. I don't know. I'm oddly very optimistic about my sewing skills for Yuri, because they have like this big, like lime green jacket that's very flowy. It's very poofy. It's not flowy. It's poofy. And I kind of want to make them too for Uwukan, but at the same time, I'm like, can I get it done in that time? I don't know if I can. And I don't know if it's smart for me to really work on a cosplay of an obscure character when I should be working on art and getting ready for my shows. So I've been going back and forth a lot in my head. I kind of want to make this vision though come to life. I kind of sort of want to make a Yuri cosplay for Uwu. Because I like Yuri. Yuri is Bean. Ooh, wait, that would be cool. Yeah, like a Transformers. Oh man, that would be another one that would just. Ray, I like your idea. that's just be another complicated one for me. But you know what? I always end up painting myself with details, so alright, bring on Transformers. Wait, what? Really? Huh. That's interesting, Win. I had no idea. What other characters has he voiced? Because I never heard of that. Like, I don't recognize anyone saying, oh. And which one was it at Fanfusion? In a new Avatar show. Oh my gosh. Another Avatar The Last Airbender show? I think it's funny how they keep remaking and making more Avatar stuff, but yet everyone just ends up going right back to the originals. Like any new Avatar stuff, all the Avatar fans are like, yay, we're excited. And then they watch it and they're like, I feel like watching the originals again. Whether it be good or bad or whatever opinions are, it's just everyone just ends up going back to the originals. It's kind of funny. Or at least I think it's funny. Did I miss messages? I am so sorry when I've been chatting it up and I've been working on these details. Did I do too many? I think I did too many spikes. I look back and I'm like, Torque has too many dots. I need to re-erase some of those dots. I'm sorry, Win, also too, for missing your messages. I didn't miss any messages. I got all these. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, the voice actor of Samurai Jack's dad. You've already said that, though. Mr. Oh, he was. Oh. He was in. He also played a character in Avatar The Last Airbender. I got you. I'm sorry, Win. Mr. Messages. Sorry. And I'm sorry for anyone here wherever I miss their messages. I don't mean to. I just. Sometimes they go right over my head. Because I'm doing art, I'm concentrating, I'm talking, I'm also looking at this. A few messages always slip through the cracks, so I apologize. Oh, it's a sequel to Korra. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. The spikes need work. I thought they were looking good, but then I looked back and I'm like, they look too close together compared to what he actually has, and there's too many of them. So I'm just gonna take some black ink here and erase some of them. Um. Oh, I I don't know much. I know that American Dragon. Wait, Jack Long? Yeah, I don't know that show. At first, I was like, wait, I know that. I'm like, wait, no, I don't know that show. I'm sorry, Win. No, I think it's cool, like, to see what shows, like, see how many things, like, some voice actors, it's funny, they've done, like, one character, but then there's other ones that have been in, like, 40 different things. There we go, yeah, he's looking better. Look at that, that's looking better. Needed to erase some spikes in here, it was getting in too much. Too many dots. Well, I'm sorry, Win. Don't be too bummed about the missing and like opportunities. It's all right. You're okay. Hey, sometimes they end up coming back around and VAs will be back. Certain shows. Sometimes if one show is super successful for them, they'll come back. So you might get your chance again. Yeah, something that I think is really cool about the Acceleracers fandom, since so many of us for so many years thought we, like, each individual of us thought we were the only ones who remembered this show. And now it's like, I swear, the quote of this fandom still is like, wait, you remember? It's very much the energy. Something that I really like is how starstruck everyone is. Like, I have not met a single Accelerator fan who has seen my art and go, oh yeah, I remember that show. Yeah, that existed. Like, not a single person's like that. Everyone is like, oh my gosh. I remember this show. Yeah. This character was my favorite, or this one, or I really like this racing realm, or, or they're like, oh, I remember watching it with my siblings or my cousin, and like they have like some deep story that's connected with it. I think that's so cool. It's such a cool series to do fan art for and bring joy to so many people. That's what I love about art, and what I really try to do when creating my art is bringing joy to others. I really like to really try to focus on like bringing that joy to others. And that makes me happy. I'm probably not going to be able to finish Torque this stream like I wanted to, but I kind of predicted that would happen. See, look, it looks so much better. I removed like half the spikes and see, it looks so much better. It cleans them up a bit. Sometimes less is more. There we go. No, thank you, Win. I try. I try my best. I try. This world needs more positivity, so, and why not bring a little bit of that to this world? Alrighty, so got the spikes done. His pants, which are like, what is it called? Camouflage. Which are mixtures of green. And then for his eyes, green. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some mixing of paint. I'm gonna put this aside. It's looking so beautiful. Ah! Where is the sap green? My favorite kind of green to use. It's more of like a olive green. Yeah. Ooh, getting tangled up there. Or like an olive green called sap green. It's like more on the yellow side in the color spectrum. I like it for like forest, more earthy, and that's what I'm planning on using for his eyes and for the pants. I think it'll be a nice green. Yes, exactly. And more positivity, like cats. Yes, exactly. What is going on my phone? Sorry, my head. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. I hate doing this, but there is a text message I have to write back, so I'm still here. I just have to write this message. Okay. Yeah, I don't like doing that, but that was a text that actually needed my attention. So, but we're back. I am here and I am present. So for Torque's eyes, I'm gonna grab a bit of white. And this is all dry, by the way. I should clean this palette again. And then I'm gonna take a bit of sap green. Ooh, this looks like a good dark color. And then I'm also going to use these colors for like his pants too. And then I'm going to do a lighter green here. Like a lighter sap green. And when the sap green gets lighter, it kind of, I don't know, gets kind of pale. And I think it needs like a little bit of yellow, so I like to add a little yellow to that green to keep it green so it's not like, I don't know, so it doesn't look like pea soup. There we go. And I think I'm gonna have to add, so you know what, while I'm mixing the green, I'm also gonna mix the green for his pants, which are like camo. Gonna add a bit of yellow, a bit of sap green. I think so it's like multiple colors. Can you even see this good? I'm gonna scooch this up. It does look like that. Yeah, Eva Leia, please explain your little emote that you put there. It does look like it's a pig biting something. Eva Leia, I must know more. Then I'm gonna add a bit of brown to this mixture. And I think that's actually a good color for the dark color of the camo. And then I want to add a lighter color. I'm gonna add some more yellow. Add some more white. This would have been so much easier to mix if I just cleaned off my paint palette, but oh well. If I just did it right here, which sure I could, but then I would use like the whole rest of the stream to just do that clean, and I kind of don't want to use the rest of this time. I'll just like finish up what I'm doing, and once these colors here are all dry, then I'll clean. And that will be the way to do it. Alrighty, so I'm gonna move this palette aside. Bring Chibis back forward. So it's a pig nomming on a little other piggy arm. Oh my gosh. That's a funny emote, Evalea. That's funny. You know what? I'm actually gonna bring up slightly bigger brush. For this camo texture pants. Is it a human arm? Or is it just a arm? Oh, guess. It just looks like an arm. I don't know. It's in a teeny little square. And then for his pants, you know what? I'm gonna flip over this napkin. I think I've used this side enough today. I try to use all the sides of my napkins when I'm wiping my brushes. Because I don't like to waste any bit. Not a single bit ever gets wasted. Alrighty, there we go. Sorry, I'm like extra concentrating on this, because these pants aren't exactly turning out how I thought they would. Like, how do I do camo? I need a tutorial. Someone to teach me. How do I draw camo? Because I'm like painting this and I'm like, this is not turning out very good, guys. You know what? If I get the essence, it'll be okay. I'm just throwing in some brown in there too. Just like a mixture of green, brown. Trying to make something work. Gosh, I remember trying to like get Torque just right. How many times I had to redraw him, even just in the sketch phase. I like took several tries to get him right. There we go. Okay, I know it's not like perfect, but I think we're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere with the camo. Thank you for the Kirby heart. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, let's see. You know what? I think if it has at least like the essence or the feeling of camo, we'll be okay. I think that's all I really need in this case. I don't think it has to be super precise or anything. He is a metal maniac after all, right? I don't think metal maniacs really care about perfection. There we go. There we go. And you know what? I do want to create an outline. So I'm going to create this, grab some darker green. And I'm gonna add a little bit of black to that green. And a little bit of turpentine. And then that will be the outline color for the pants. Hi. You have a little baby Ivy? Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. You can bring little Ivy. Hey, say hello. Hello. No, thank you for bringing little Ivy. Thank you. Here she is, Miss Ivy, to say hello. Oh, and goodbye. She's like, don't hold me like that. But you must say hello to everyone. Say hi. Are you gonna meow? She's like, let me down. She can sit here. She sits behind me. She might be like, I'm awake now. I want to go play. She's so cute. Look at her. Yeah, of course. Penguin, thank you for stopping in. It was good to have you here. It was good to have everyone here. Yeah, now looking at the time, I think I'm going to just finish up Twerk's pants here and then I'll call it there. I was hoping to get to his eyes, but seems like I've ran out of time. And I mixed all these colors, But you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'll just do his eyes real quick. And then it'll be like here for a while longer. And then I'll be like, ah, that was real quick, was not real quick. Because that's always how it ends up happening. Oh well. I will probably, since I do have the colors mixed, I'll probably work on later tonight while the paint is still wet in the palette because I don't want to waste that sap green. Yeah, are you going after? She's going after the strings of my ripped jeans. You're crazy. You know that? You are crazy. She's a good girl. Of course. It was good to have you here, and thank you to everyone. You all are awesome. Nah. And Ivy says thank you too. And I'm happy to be back too. I was so sad like on Wednesday to just cancel my stream. I'm happy that I'm back now. Yeah, that was really freaky. I was really scared cuz like with computer stuff I never like to mess with anything. And I was so scared that like something was really really bad. Turned out it ended up being, I don't know, the fix wasn't that bad. So we ended up fixing everything, and everything has been working really good on the computer. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. um, how do I keep my cats away from my paintings? I close the door. That's the big thing. I keep the door closed. They are not allowed in here unless I'm in here, and there I just keep an eye on her. Um, yep, that's the trick, is a closed door. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Have fun. I will be back on Tuesday, and what I'll work on, most likely working on this painting here, which actually I just realized he's still upside down for you, and you can now see him right side up. Oh my gosh, okay. Torque is actually really specifically happy about how Torque is turning out because he was a struggle for me. He was the hardest character for me to draw. So I am really, really happy that he's actually looking, he looks like Torque. I have a, like, just, I'm proud of myself. Aw, thank you, Penguin. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. The outfit? Oh, the Sombra. Yeah, Sombra's done. Evo Leia, tomorrow, sometime this weekend. I don't know when, but sometime this weekend I'm gonna do a mini photo shoot and take pictures, and I'll be posting. So you'll get to see everything because now I have the complete outfit. I just have to put it together. But yeah. Aw, thank you, Penguin. And thank you, Evo Leia. Yeah, I'm gonna be posting pictures and all that stuff on the socials real soon, so you guys will get to see Casual Sombra. Yeah. Alrighty, well, thank you, everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. Bye!